Hi Aquarius, this is your reading with me for intimate messages from your person for March 2021. So I've got the Eternal Messages and we've also got the Realms Mercury Edition 2 cards, which I'm going to be using as a spread for your reading. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. For Aquarius, you can always check out your other sign readings as well to gather more information for the month. So they will be posted on my channel as I do them, of course. And yes, so that's what I want to say. Also, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a personal reading with me, then they are done within 24 to 48 hours. All the information is in the description box below. And the last thing I want to mention, promise you, last thing, is that I have intention manifesting items on my Etsy store, which is Moonlight Tarot Store. So there are handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards. There's also like handmade fortune cookies, which are made out of felt as well, which have like tarot messages inside of them. There's embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet or your purse. Face masks, crystals, divination coins, cloths, pendulums, charms, etc. There's so many items on there. So do check out my Etsy store if you are interested. Reviews as well, you can check those out if you want to see how people have seen results with them as well. And yeah, all the information is in the description box below for the link as well. Alright, so let's begin. Aquarius, for your messages. Sorry, my eyebrow is itching and way too many cards came out as well at the same time. Sorry about that, guys. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. I'm not going to take those. This is the entire pile that literally came out. There were two cards here. So those are the two. This one flipped over in the middle. So let's have a look here. So I've been telepathically communicating with you. Okay, so that's really interesting. We'll talk about these. Let me just lay out some of these here. I've looked into tarot readings. Interesting. I really do miss you a lot. Okay, so it goes without saying that obviously you have looked into tarot readings, unless you're cross-watching, which in this case that would be also very accurate. But I feel like, you know, for a lot of you that are sort of wanting messages from the other person, is that, yeah, you know, sure, you have looked into tarot readings because like, you are here for a reason, you know, but at the same time, you know, you might think, oh, is that just about me? No, I do feel like this is about the other person as well. So keep that in mind, is that I do feel that they have looked into readings, or, you know, perhaps looked into certain things, or even got like psychic readings, for example, or, you know, just been sort of entertaining themselves with it, but not telling anyone, because very few people do tell people, you know, that they're like super into it. I mean, I think amongst friends, like it's a big thing, but I don't feel like everyone always shares, like, oh, I do, you know, look into tarot readings and this and that. Not everyone, but I do feel like they can sort of keep it more to themselves, so keep that in mind. They've sort of looked into things, and they're telepathically communicating with you, I feel, spiritually as well, so you might see certain signs and synchronicities, and that just goes to show as well that they are trying to communicate with you, and you may pick up on certain feelings or thoughts that they do have, so keep that in mind, is that, you know, there is a bit of a connection there in terms of the spiritual aspect of things, and you can really pick up on their energy. Also, you might get certain dreams about them as well. These are all signs as well that they are trying to communicate with you in some way, shape or form. The other thing as well is, and so they're trying to, you know, that they are, when they think about you, you might see a very similar kind of dream at night where they're trying to tell you something. So it is a form of them communicating with you without sometimes even knowing that they're doing it, because some people don't want to do that, but they just don't recognize it, right? So what's the best way I can explain this is that, you know, they think about you, or they think about your beauty, and they think about how nice of a person you are, and then you might get a dream where they're like literally telling you that, but it's not like they're actually telling you that, it's more so what they're thinking to themselves in regards to you. Okay, so just keep in mind that these things happen, and that's what I see. Now, I do feel like they do think about your beauty and how wonderful of a person you are, whether you're male or female, because we have here the card, I really do miss you a lot. So there is a lot of missing that's happening here. It could also be that, you know, you get a dream and you find that, oh my gosh, they're telling me that they miss me, you know, so that's something that they can be thinking about, and then you get a dream where they're telling you that. So, you know, it's like something they keep in their mind, but then it gets exposed to you, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm not blind to the signs, I do see them. That's interesting as well. Okay, so you're getting signs, they're getting signs. I feel like, you know, if you're thinking about them as well, they may be getting dreams as well in that regards, which are syncing up in very, very interesting ways. So if you think about them, they think of you. If you think of them, they think of you. They think of, yeah, you get what I mean. It goes both ways. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. But this one also says, just know I'm obsessed with you. So that one's going to go up here. So yeah, they really are thinking a lot about you. And I feel like that's also what's triggering a lot of these like telepathic messages in so many ways. Sorry, my cards are just, they're going everywhere. I'm not even going for that deck and it's still falling over. So I'm going for these ones right now. Text message. And please forgive me. And I know you can help me, ... And this one flipped over. I didn't love myself. So yeah, you might get some kind of message. Okay, this could also be like an instant message, you know, for example, like on social media, you get those. Could be a physical text message, but I definitely feel like there can be an incoming message where they say something. That's literally what I see here. And also, please forgive me. Please forgive me is that they could be asking for, they might be asking for forgiveness, obviously, because that says please forgive me, so it's very self-explanatory, but also be asking for, you know, they could be wanting like sympathy and things like that too, or just wanting you to understand their perspective of things as well, because it literally says here, I didn't love myself, and so that also goes to show as well is that I do feel like when things happen between the two of you that they felt very low about themselves, and that's something that I definitely do see here is that they feel very, very low. And I also feel like that's why we have here the card I know you can help me, because it's almost as though they feel so low that they know that they can always count on your support when no one else is really supporting them or no one else is really there for them, which is something that is definitely coming through here. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. And I don't feel like this person is terrible or this person is bad or anything like that. It's just that they have had their own fair share of issues that have really made them struggle. And they really do care about you, but obviously it's up to them to make things right towards you, which is what I see them doing. So it's not like you have to, you know, do things. Let them come to you. Really, that's the most important thing. And whether you forgive them or not, that's your choice, all right? Completely your choice. But they may want some help or some support or some sympathy, something like that I see here. See, I have inner childhood wounds, so I didn't love myself. I have inner child, oh, I can't even speak. You get what I mean, right? I have inner childhood wounds. I didn't love myself. Those two go hand in hand. Goes to show that they need a lot of healing, and they weren't really making the best choices from themselves. Like they weren't making the best decisions in the mindset that they were in. So that's something that we see here. I'm not used to a connection like this, so I run. So this goes to show as well that they just have not had this kind of support, this kind of love, this kind of attention, in the sense that it's not like an attention-seeking energy, but they haven't had this kind of attention from someone who actually has their best interest at heart. Okay, this person's been around a lot of people. Some people have taken advantage of them and they've let them take advantage of them, but not really someone who's had their best intentions. And that's what I see here, is that they're not used to a connection like this, so they just run. They feel like, oh my god, it's just too good to be true, and then later realize their mistake. The whole twin flame stuff scares me sometimes. So I feel like they may have looked into readings, or they may have Googled, like, what does it mean to see all of these signs and synchronicities? And I feel like when they did that, they came across like the twin flame situation, twin flame scenario, because I've seen that happen a lot as well in scenarios where, you know, they see so many signs and synchronicities, and it drives them insane, because perhaps, you know, they don't really believe in that kind of stuff, but then they Google things and then they start to research and they find out all this stuff about twin flames. And that's something that I see here, is that that could be also why they're looking into tarot readings, because they've discovered this sort of rabbit hole in that sense, and sort of discovered what this whole twin flame thing is about, right? So yeah, that really does scare them, because I mean, it is overwhelming, let's be honest, right? it is an overwhelming situation, even for people that believe in twin flames. It's a lot, right? It's a lot to deal with, like the information surrounding it, how intense it can be, things like that. It's a lot of info. So that is something that we do see here as well. Is it is very overwhelming for them as well, and they have looked into those kinds of things, especially the whole twin flame dynamic. So, you know, for example, you may feel like they're a soulmate, but they might think that they're a twin flame. You know, so it's one thing to keep in mind, is that based on some research that I feel they've done. So this is your reading. If this reading resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. And do take care, everyone. Bye.